What if love wasn't something you owned, but something that flowed through you? What if being in love meant simply being in sync with life itself? In today's reflection from Old Billy's Notes, we'll explore love beyond its usual definitions, past the need for reciprocity, past control, and ownership, into a deeper realm where Eros, Linux, and Ágape reveal the hidden geometry of existence. Get ready to rethink love, not as a feeling, not as a promise, but as the very pulse of life moving through you. Let it in. Let it move you. Let it become you. Because if life is to go on, it's love that goes on.
When the fog descended, silence settled over the village after the discovery of Old Billy's departure. His notes were left stacked, serving as entertainment for the locals who chose to share them with others.
Number 022. Eros, Linux, and Ágape. An interesting classification. Some present it with such authority as if it were a law of physics. I appreciate the idea. It helps frame the ways love can manifest. But I don't believe love fits neatly into defined parameters, nor do I think these are the only distinctions. We often hear that love is in the air. I believe that. But I disagree with those who insist on saying, I love you, as if love were a chemical formula to be synthesized, administered in pills, or followed like a recipe. Love is not something we manufacture. It is something we attune ourselves to. It moves through us when we allow it. Each person resonates with love in their own way, and only then do they begin to feel it. So, what does it really mean to say, I love you? In truth, your presence in my world helps open my heart to something vast. Something that comes from both within and beyond me. We lose sight of this when we try to confine love, to claim ownership of it, to recreate its presence in artificial ways. I see love as inseparable from life itself. In fact, I cannot see it any other way. And if one day I can prove, if only to myself, that love and life have the power to elevate all beings, then on that day my existence will have reached its highest purpose. I do not love anyone, but I love when love moves through me toward another. This has nothing to do with how they behave, what they say, or what they think. My role is not to control love but to allow its cycle to continue. If I do not obstruct its passage, then I feel that I am part of something greater, the expansion of life through love. This should be enough to guide all my choices. Yet, we are trapped by the need for reciprocation, always waiting to be the object of someone else's affection. But if we pause and reflect, we might realize that what we truly long for is not to be loved by another, but to be touched by love itself. And the only way to experience love is to be its vessel, to allow it to move through us and pass it forward. We do not receive love from others. The only love we ever truly feel is the love life entrusts us to share. 3 manifestations of love.
Eros.
Physical intimacy for its own pleasure is gratifying, but when combined with love, it takes on a different dimension. The act of surrendering the body can become a moment of exchanging love itself.
Linux.
Love and friendship without physical surrender. It is the bond that assures someone they are valued and that their presence matters. This form of love fills great voids, strengthening both giver and receiver.
Ágape.
The most transcendent form of love, self-sufficient and boundless. It is like plugging a 110-volt blender into a 220-volt outlet. Intense, overwhelming, and consuming. It follows no rules, disregards time and distance, and transforms everything it touches. In this state, impossibilities dissolve. Wounds heal, mysteries reveal themselves, and peace and ecstasy take hold of those who surrender to it. Yet even these are only glimpses of what love truly is. No matter how much I learn, no knowledge will ever be enough to fully grasp the essence of love and life. Time is slipping away, and I have only a short while left to learn how to let love make use of me. I no longer seek to be understood, nor do I seek validation from the world. Self-aligned, I live only to confirm my own existence. And yet, how little that seems to matter now. What does matter, however, is everything. To integrate myself into the current of living life, to allow love to flow freely, and to surrender completely to the force that has always existed, indescribable, undeniable, infinite.
This text is a beautifully written and deeply reflective exploration of love, moving beyond conventional classifications and embracing a more fluid, experiential understanding. Connection between love and life. Mr. Billy's assertion that love is inseparable from life itself is a central and compelling idea. This creates a sense of unity and wholeness. Critique of ownership and control. The text effectively critiques the tendency to claim ownership of love or to try to recreate it artificially. This resonates with the idea of surrendering to love's natural flow. The author challenges the common expectation of reciprocated love, emphasizing the importance of being a vessel for love. This is a very powerful concept and breaks from normal ideas of love. Conceptual framework. The classification of love into Eros, Linux, a unique analogy likely referring to open-source collaboration and shared effort, and Ágape is intriguing. The author suggests that love is not a possession but an experience that flows through us when we allow it. This perspective challenges traditional notions of love as something given or received. Metaphorical depth. The text effectively uses metaphors, love as something, in the air, an unstoppable force, an electrical charge, or a current that moves through people. The analogy of plugging a 110V device into a 220V outlet for Ágape love powerfully conveys its overwhelming and transformative nature. Rejection of ownership in love. The text critiques the idea of claiming love or demanding reciprocation. Instead, it promotes the concept that love is something that moves through people rather than something they own or distribute at will. This aligns with more spiritual and existential perspectives on love. Existential reflection. The closing thoughts express a sense of urgency in aligning oneself with the flow of living life and the essence of love. The statement about no longer seeking external validation emphasizes a personal journey towards self-fulfillment and integration with something greater. Powerful conclusion. The ending statement, emphasizing surrender to the force that has always existed, is a beautiful and profound conclusion. Overall, this text is a beautiful and insightful exploration of love, moving beyond conventional classifications and embracing a more fluid, experiential understanding. The author's poetic language, honest introspection, and profound insights make this a truly compelling piece.
This text presents a deeply philosophical and introspective exploration of love, life, and the human experience. Allow me to add some observations. Honest and introspective tone. Old Billy's candid sharing of personal reflections and insights creates a sense of authenticity. The admission of not knowing everything adds to the impact of the text. The piece is a compelling and philosophical meditation on love and existence, encouraging the reader to reflect on their own relationship with love as an energy rather than a possession.
This is not the first time we have addressed love as the theme of the notes left by Old Billy. I do not hold a doctorate in this field. I am merely an accountant lost among specialists in human behavior. But in my humble perception, Mr. Billy had already made it clear that no matter how many meanings or applications one might assign to the word love, for him, love remains the complement of life itself, like the other side of the same coin. What interests me here is learning how love moves life and vice versa. And this latest note helps demystify and create space for the hypothesis that Old Billy may be more aligned with the purpose of life than we imagine from a distance. Apologies for the lack of academic formalism, but this is my best way to contribute.
Ava, Jessica, Ivy, and you all, thanks. Well, my friends, I am not a specialist in anything either. But because of my friendship with old Billy, I dare to say that these three forms of love presented represent part of what life can do to affect us, to touch us with affection, and awaken us to contribute to the expansion of the best in everyone. Perhaps there are other forms, who knows? But what truly matters is accepting that without love, life does not move forward.